Good morning, internet, and welcome back to the channel. So it's Thursday morning. It's the 31st of July. No, I forgot my dates then. 31st of July. And yeah, let's have a look at the weather first, shall we? It's another Finisterre cloudy day, but you know, what else would you expect here? Just look at this, eh? Clouds are us. Isn't that depressing? It is, isn't it? I mean, come on, honestly. I know I do go on about the weather a bit, but you know, this is our summer. Hello, Ethan. Hello. Say hello to everybody. Wave. My grandson, hey. He's gorgeous. Anyway, now this morning, everyone's rushing around this morning. We've got a bit of morale back. We had a good day yesterday, you know, and I think that makes all the difference. Even Dennis is happier today. Look, say hello, Dennis. Go on, see, look at that smile, eh? Look at that. Now, there's a reason for this, and I'll tell you what it is, right? I've had to resort to blackmail, yeah? So what I've said to him is, if we can get these two side walls built up today, right, then tomorrow, yeah, that's it, a day off. Because the reason being, there won't be enough of us here tomorrow to lift these side walls up. So what, you know, there's no point us coming. If we get these two side walls, we haven't got room to build the front wall up on here. And there's, you know, you can't build it up in the garden because you need a flat surface. Look at this, eh? Look at this. This hasn't happened for ages, eh? Give us a wave, Belle.
I can't.
You can't, okay. So yeah, so that's why this morning we have the happy smiling faces back, and let's get in and get it done. And that's really good because, you know, it makes everything, the whole job, go, oh God, and I've just fell over there. These bamboo, look at these bamboo. I mean, I like bamboo, but they and the wife, even the wife, look, God bless her, before she goes to work. Say hello, Chunky.
Hello.
There you go. Where's my coffee anyway?
It's done in the it's probably getting cold. I've just done it.
Brilliant. Right. Okay. So yeah. So that's the plan of action today. Then we get the side walls done, and then, like I said, as soon as they're done, we're off home, and tomorrow it's a day off, and everyone, I could do with a break. My leg, look at this, it's still all bandaged up. It is healing up, but not very quick. But yeah, but that could do with the rest. I'm sure the kids, it is their summer holidays. They've worked hard, they really have, and I really appreciate it. And there's your other daughters. Say good morning. So yeah, I hope it don't rain. That's the only thing. I hope it don't rain, you know. If it doesn't rain, we'll get this done and it'll be so good. Right, okay. On that note, a much happier note today, I'm going to leave you and we'll check in sometime tonight, hopefully, and I'll be able to say the two side walls are done and it's been a decent day. It is spitting the rain. It's literally just started to spit, but hopefully it won't. You know, I mean, just be kind for one day. God, this area, it is. Do you know what? Just a quickie. This is the scenic views in this area is absolutely fantastic. You know, it's great. But we pay such a price for it with the terrible weather. I mean, I know everything's green and lush, but Jesus, it's only that because it gets swamped in water. Anyway, right, that's it. Catch you later. Have a good day. Bye for now. Well, good morning. It's still morning. I'm going to get myself under a palm tree because guess what? It's raining. Look at this, unbelievable. We were doing so well this morning. We got it virtually, well, a low cut. Can I squeeze in there? But we're all covered up, look. Believe it or not, under that bit there is our first side wall, which all the timbers are cut up, ready to go. Say hello, crew.
Hello.
But as you can see, Finisterre does its famous magic and ruins something else that you plan. But so the plan of action is, obviously we can't work in this, you know, the rain's getting quite heavy now, so everything's covered up. Obviously the saw's put away, the electrics, and Dennis is in his normal hiding place. Look, back in the garage. Den, sod off. I've got to do my video in there. Oh God, oh, that's it. Wobbles are us. Right, so basically we're going to have an early dinner. And we're just hoping that maybe after dinner we can continue. Okay, I don't think we'll get the 2 walls done today now. We'll be lucky to get one. This is so annoying. I mean, it really is. You know, you get here, everyone gets stuck in. You know, we got our measurements, we got them all cut. We just got to put our our angles on it, and all of a sudden, down comes the rain. I don't know. You know, it's just so, it just seems every day you're just battling the weather, and it's like, do you know what? I used to get really annoyed when you know, we used to plan a bike ride. You know, I'm in a club across here, they're all British bikers, they're all about my age, you know, but we live quite a distance away from each other. Well, I live the furthest one actually, you know, and you sort of plan a day out and plan where you're all going to meet up. And virtually every time, you know, the rain had spoiled it. The club now has more or less ceased to exist because we all came to the same conclusion that we're wasting our time. It's a beautiful area, scenic wise, but it's, you know, unless you're a bookworm and you want to sit there reading a book all day or watching television, this is an awful area. It really is. You know, I feel sorry for the kids here. You know, every year, every summer, you know, we get a lack of summer. We really do. And I mean, you know, that's why people go away. If you live in Finisterre or Brittany, believe you me, you don't holiday here. You really don't. You know, you head south. It's you know, get some sun. And anyway, right, enough of me whinging and moaning about Finisterre. I get it, you know, but it's, never mind. Right, okay, so I don't know if the rain continues this afternoon. This will be the last video of today. We did a little bit of a speedy one, but obviously not much. I'd like to think that we could continue this afternoon, even to get 1 wall done, but we'll see what's what. So this is either the last video. If it is, I'm going to say bye for now. If there's another one, I'll put it afterwards. Okay, see you later. Bye for now. Good afternoon, internet. So it's 23 minutes past 4 o'clock, and let's have a quick look. It's raining. It probably won't pick it up too good, but trust me, it is raining. Yeah, we've had to stop about 3 times today. We had to stop before dinner, as you know. I did a little video. Then we started after dinner. We had to stop again. And then we covered it all up, and then we started a bit more, but now it's raining. Well, I don't know whether you can hear it on the roof, but look, it is raining quite a lot. Now, without going out there, we did actually manage to, under there, covered up, we have built, the one side wall is all finished, put together, that's ready to go up. The other side wall, we've got all the angles cut, and about a third of the timbers cut to size. So I mean, you know, both of them could have been finished. I mean, this weather is an absolute nightmare. It really is. It's pathetic, you know. Again, I have nothing to say about this place apart from what a joke of an area it is. It's not just when you're trying to do something like this, is it? It's everything, every year, all the same. You know, we don't get any decent weather. We don't get a summer. Anyway, you can moan and moan and moan, can't you? But you know, why the hell we moved here or stayed here, more to the point, I really don't know. I can think of a million reasons why we shouldn't, but we are, and that's it. Anyway, right, and then to make matters even worse, about half an hour ago I got a call because my wife, who was here this morning, and then she went to work because she's on afternoons, she's had an accident at work, and I've had to go and pick her up, and now I've got to take her to the hospital. So she's damaged all her arm. Where she works in a fish factory, and one of the, I don't know, something to do with the belt or the tray, or I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, she's hurt all her arm, and she's been in there, bit of an accident place there, and they've bandaged her up and what. So yeah, so we've got to get her to hospital now. Unbelievable, eh? It never rains. Well, yeah, it never rains, but it pours. Right, okay. Well, we're hoping now that tomorrow weather will be kinder. I said that yesterday and it wasn't. And that we can get here tomorrow morning and hopefully get that one side wall finished, which will then put us back on track for Saturday when we can fit the 3 walls. But you know, again, the weather's got to be decent, you know. We've lost such a lot of time this year. Well, since we've started it. Well, no, when you actually think about it, we put planning permission in, requested it in January, and as per usual round here, it takes the Maries, you know, unless it's to their benefit and they're getting a favour off someone, the time it takes them is unbelievable, you know. So that took God knows how long to do before we could even get started, you know. And the weather, there was so many weeks of good weather, and then by the time we start, yeah, you know, the first bit we had when we was doing the base, it was boiling hot, you know. But since we've started the bits where we don't want it to rain, but do you know what, the past 20 years here have been the same, you know. August is a terrible month. July and August, you know, we never get a summer, never, you know. I mean, if anybody watched me a couple of years back, I think it was the end of August, no, yeah, towards the end of August, I went up to Normandy on the bike. It rained every single day. Now I know that's Normandy, but Normandy and us, actually Normandy gets a little bit better weather than us, because Pete, who lives up in Normandy, there's a lot of times when I'm here cursing because it's horrible and windy and God knows what else. So they do get better, but I don't know, generally this top half of France is absolutely horrible, you know, weather-wise. Anyway, like I said, we've got fantastic scenery and beautiful views, but scenery and views don't make up for all the rest of the rubbish that you have to put up with living here. Anyway, on that, because I'm going, before I get really carried away. Well, I could say an awful lot about this, but I won't. And I will see you all in the next video. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow. Hopefully we can get this second sidewall finished, which will be a good thing. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up. That would be absolutely brilliant. I'd really like that. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye for now.